What's up? So I wanted to do a little tarot reading for us today, and let's see how this resonates with what you're going through. The spread that I'm doing today is one that I do with my clients. So if you are interested in a personal reading, feel free to check out the description box below and see how you can book a reading/session with me. And this spread looks at whatever situation that you're currently navigating. What is the main theme around this situation? We're going to look at the challenges related to this situation that you're navigating. We're going to look at the opportunity that may be evident, but it could be a hidden opportunity within this situation. And then lastly, we're going to look at the most aligned guidance for you as you move forward. Okay? So I've already pulled the cards to help us save on time, but I'm trusting that this will be the message that you are ready to hear, and you'll know if it's for you if there is a sense of clarity and reassurance. Okay? So of course, as tarot readers say, only take what resonates. And let me know how it resonates in the comments below. I will say, sorry, my dog. Astrologically speaking, we have had a full moon in Sagittarius, so something related to our emotional foundation, our instincts, was lit up for us recently, and we've been in a phase of shedding, releasing, and letting go, and we are about to come into a new seeding point, a new point where we can set new intentions and allow them to grow. So that's going to be the new moon in Gemini that's happening this Sunday. So it could be related to themes of communication, connections, your local neighborhood and community, who you are within your local communication or local community. And then anything else, tapping more so into our curiosity. What are we curious about? Okay, enough about that. Let's get into the reading. So what is the current situation that you're navigating? So I'm getting the sense that you are trying to create structure within your life. You could very well be someone who has their own spiritual practices. You could even be some kind of spiritual guide. You may have a business that relates to spiritual modalities and teachings. And I feel like you are figuring out how to incorporate this tradition, this wisdom into your daily life in some way. And I'm seeing that you are at some kind of crossroads where you're not sure which direction to take. It's almost like you're at a fork in the road and you're needing to make some decision. And that makes complete sense because right now we have Uranus in Gemini, and it is making a square to both the South Node in Virgo and the North Node in Pisces. So it's like this trigger point of things are completely shifting. There is a wheel of fortune happening, and we might realize that we are letting go of old jobs. We are stepping into new roles. We are meeting new people, meeting new connections. Hold on one second. Okay, so fork in the road, crossroads. We got Gemini squaring, or Uranus squaring the nodes. Uranus is all about sudden insights, upheaval, sudden shifts and changes, things that we couldn't have necessarily planned for. They can be very unexpected. They are also very liberating, so they can free us from old ways of doing things. And the South Node, which is the old ways of doing things, is in Virgo, and that relates to perfectionism, control, being so focused on the details and trying to get everything right. Whereas where we're moving, the North Node is in Pisces, which is the opposite of that, which is all about surrender, faith, trust, like being very unconditional is a word that has been coming up a lot for me. So you might be at this fork in the road and you're trying to figure out, what is your intuition saying? Like, what is the right direction? Okay. And I feel like you're at this place where you're really you're feeling like you are needing to muster up a lot of strength and courage and the ability to navigate these changes in a very graceful way, very poised, very patient, very kind, okay? So that's the main situation. Something about structure, tradition, wisdom, and spirituality. I do see you stepping into this role. You're stepping into this wise guide role, but that is requiring you to make a decision that comes from your inner knowing and will likely require you to step into greater strength, okay? And the reason why, the main card was the Hierophant. The clarifiers were Two of Swords, the High Priestess, and Strength. Okay, so we have three major arcana cards here, which are major life themes. It's not just like some passing moment, some passing situation. This is like a major life theme. This is a major life moment. This isn't just about shifting a job. This is literally following your purpose, okay? Interesting. Okay, so that's the situation you're navigating. What's the obstacle? What is the challenge? What is the hurdle that's in your way right now? Okay, I'm seeing you. It's like there's such a fire lit up within you. You are feeling so passionate. You are feeling very driven. You want to take forward action. You want to create that momentum. And yet, even though that fire is burning, there is a sense that you are very in your head. There is a sense of even me just feeling overwhelmed. I get a sense of like, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of overwhelm potentially with these thoughts and beliefs that are recurring and maybe spiraling. It's causing you to second guess yourself. It might be bringing up fears. It might be bringing up all these worries and concerns that aren't necessarily valid. And I feel as though you're coming to, like, you're realizing this. You're realizing the ways in which your beliefs and your thoughts are holding you back. And I'm also sensing like the worst is already over. Like the worst thing that could have happened potentially has already happened. So you don't even there's nothing. A lot of the times we worry because we want to prepare for the other shoe to drop. We are preparing to be disappointed. We're preparing for some kind of failure. We don't want to be disappointed, so we're already bracing ourselves for disappointment. But we don't have to be disappointed. There's no need to create that disappointment viscerally in our emotional body, physical body, and our experience and our energy. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. And what I'm kind of seeing too is like these fears, these limiting beliefs holding you back, even though you were so ready and driven to take action. And it's almost like there's extra energy that needs to be burned off. Like kind of what I'm seeing from this too is if you have, I know this resonates with me, if you have fallen off from some kind of like schedule of getting active, whatever that means for you, walking, going to yoga, going to the gym, whatever that looks like for you, like I would say lean into that right now, because that is going to help you burn off some of this energy. When we have all of this pent up energy, we can begin to ruminate, overthink, overmanage, all of that. And that is because, so the challenge, it is Knight of Wands, which is all about passionate forward action and movement towards our vision, dream, goals, motivation. And then clarified by Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, and Ten of Swords, which is basically like, Ten of Swords is basically like rock bottom. Like this is the worst has already happened. Yeah. The worst has already happened. And I think because the worst has already happened, we're anticipating another situation that looks similar, but that's not the truth. It's all in our heads, okay? So what is the opportunity? The opportunity is to allow life to shift in your favor. Allow the wheel of fortune, literally the wheel of fortune, to turn in your favor. You probably have been in could have been dark. It could have been a dark period where you were trying to figure things out. And you could have been met with a lot of obstacles, but things are now shifting. So trust that all the work that you've been putting in behind the scenes is now paying off. You don't have to brace yourself for disappointment, okay? I just want to reiterate that. The opportunity is to allow things to unfold beautifully for you. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to see the beauty in life, to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way. But I also want to say, like, I'm kind of feeling like the opportunity is also you managing your thoughts and beliefs. I don't know if I want to say managing. Let's see. It's like instead of your thoughts and beliefs like being very in your head, your thoughts, beliefs really being limited, I feel like you are so much more aware of when those come up, and you're allowing yourself to sit, rest, meditate, take time for yourself, doing introspective work, doing shadow work. Recognize how much soul searching you've already done. You've already done a lot of work. I can see this. And it's like you are not the person you used to be. So there might be an opportunity to look back over the last year even and reflect on how far you've come. This is not a reflection of, oh, things were better then. This is how far have you come since then? How can you shift how you view your identity based on where you are now? Because where you are now, you have evolved from who you used to be. And that creates different results. There's an opportunity to definitely rest more, definitely retreat, have time to yourself, to clear your energy. If you are very empathetic and you pick up on other people's energy, being very aware of what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're listening to, who you're hanging out with. If something does not feel good in your body, pay attention to that and make shifts accordingly. So the opportunity, you got Wheel of Fortune, things are moving in your favor, okay? And then you got, so clarified by Four of Swords, which is like, in my mind, it's like getting your mind right. Swords are mental. So where you had 9 and 10 over here, like spiraling, anxiety, looping, all of that. Here it's like you're getting still. You are aware of your thoughts. You're very conscious of your beliefs and you're getting them in order. And then the Hermit is all about inner wisdom. It can be about solitude. It can be about soul searching. Okay. Opportunity. So then what is your most aligned guidance right now? Let yourself be happy. Let yourself be happy. What are the best parts of your life right now? What are the most fulfilling parts of your life? What are you most grateful for in this particular season of life? And recognize too your own authority. Recognize too how your vision, your creative vision for yourself and your life is coming to fruition. There's no end goal. There's no end destination. Everything is constantly shifting, changing, turning. What we want, desire, and need changes every single day. So we might have a greater vision for ourselves, but as soon as we get close to that vision, we end up having another long-term vision, right? And that grows and evolves as we engage with our lives. So it's kind of like, just let yourself be happy with where you are now. Lean in to that gratitude, bask in that pure joy of all the beautiful things you do have going on in your life unconditionally. Like, what are the things that you can bask in without condition? Lean into the fact that you are meant to be some kind of creative visionary, and also make decisions that are aligned with your deepest values. If you have not done a values exercise where you outline your number one value, what do you value most over anything else in your life? Like, that's how we make the best decisions for ourselves, for understanding what we truly need and value for ourselves and for our lives. And that is because you got 9 of Cups. That's all about contentment. This is the wish fulfillment card. So recognize how your wishes have already been fulfilled. And then clarified by King of Wands. He is the creative visionary. And then you got the Lovers too. The Lovers is about choice, decision, values, which goes back to the Two of Swords, where you're blindfolded, you can't see, you're crossing off your heart, you aren't sure which direction to turn into. But the truth is, you do know. It may not be the most logical decision. It may not make the most sense on paper, but you gotta do what's best for you. Like, what helps you feel alive? What is the hell yes? And if you aren't sure what the hell yes is, still your mind, still your mind, do some meditation, do some visualization, see what symbolism comes up for you, and ask for help. Ask for help from your guides, from any ancestors that have passed that you feel connected with, to help support you and guide you along your way. These are all, like, you have amazing things coming. You are stepping into this new version of you that will be some kind of guide in a way, okay? So just trust that you're exactly where you need to be, and lean into that intuition of yours. What helps you feel alive? What is giving you that hell yes? And continue step by step to follow that direction and allow yourself to receive the good things of the universe, okay? Okay, cute. I hope that resonated. I hope that helped. And I will try to see you next week, okay? Sending you all the best vibes. Bye.